Now that looks like one happy man, doesn't it? Oh, he's got many happy MAGA supporters right now. You see there, he has fully executed on the appointment of Kash Patel. Congratulations to Kash. Congratulations to Donald J. Trump. Congratulations to Justice. Not myself, no. Justice, as in the rule of law and order. Trump loyalist. Would we expect anything else from the AP? Kash Patel is confirmed as FBI director by the Senate despite deep Democratic doubts. Oh, the doubts that I will play for you. And the overriding question has to be this. Why so much concern over the rule of law and order? What are you worried about? What are you hiding? Why'd you show up at the FBI building? Oh, so many unanswered questions. But we're going to end with Kash Patel because it truly is the crescendo of everything we've been looking for. At least the beginning of the execution of the crescendo that we've been looking for, because he is one of the major parts that needs to take this machine and unwind it and look deep inside and find out the answer to so many questions we've each been waiting for. Congratulations to Kash. This administration just took another huge step forward, and that's the story I'll bring you in just 1 minute.
Representing our Commonwealth has been the honor of a lifetime. I will not seek this honor an eighth time.
Excuse me? Finally? Moscow Mitch is done? Mitch McConnell will not seek re-election in 2026. And the world rejoices. I don't know why. I mean, what's the concern? He was doing so well. He was representing we the people so well. I know I'm not a fan of Mitch McConnell. But when stuff like this happens, come on, was this really even a question? Freezing up, this was how people viewed our government of the United States of America. Mitch, for his betterment, for his health, for his future, it was time. There's no question of that. But we have so many other stories to cover. I'm just so happy I don't have to cover Mitch McConnell anymore. So happy because we have progress. One of Trump's appointments that some people agree with and some people don't is Howard Lutnick. He was confirmed, it seems like eons ago, but it was just a few days, by the Senate to lead the Commerce Department. And what did he come out and confirm yesterday? Something that, again, will put a smile on all your faces. Because anyone who has faced the force of the IRS and those that have had to defend against the IRS will understand that this is an organization that just simply seemed to work against those who disagreed with their political leanings. And that's never going to be acceptable. So Howard Lutnick comes out and confirms exactly what we've been hoping he would confirm.
Well, think about it. Donald Trump announces the External Revenue Service, and his goal is very simple. His goal is to abolish the Internal Revenue Service and let all the outsiders pay.
There you go. Commerce Secretary coming out, confirming again that something we've all been waiting for, all we've been hoping for, may come true. Bye-bye, IRS. I know. Such good news to report today, but we got some trouble, too. Noem coming out. She's got a lot of leaks happening within her Homeland Security Department. And so what's she going to do? I'm going to ask you all to take a polygraph test. I'm going to find out exactly who the leaker is. Now, mind you, people will say this is new. It's not new within the department. They've always done it. They're in charge of Homeland Security. A polygraph test probably isn't out of order. This article goes to diffuse how unreliable the polygraph test is. Well, we're going to rely on the reliability of those leaking to, well, read it here. Homeland Security Secretary Noem warned employees the polygraph test will be used to help crack down on leaks the agency officials say have foiled immigration effort plans. putting agents' lives at risk. Noem last week issued an internal directive that all polygraphs, the Department of Homeland Security administrators, must include a question about unauthorized communication with media and nonprofit organizations who are tripping off the criminals, that they're coming so they can get armed or they can get out of Dodge. Either way, come on. Did you expect any different maneuvers? The only one I haven't heard much from is Tulsi Gabbard, which I hope she starts doing a little bit more, because right now she's the one I haven't been able to report on too much, and that worries me. So, Tulsi, come on, join the party. Everybody's making maneuvers to make sure we're more secure, we're safer. It's your turn. I want to see you in some headlines here, doing something. Just some critiques for the Trump administration. But we're going to come back around, full circle now. We're going to end with Kash Patel. Before I do, one huge favor, as I do every broadcast, people are like, why do you do this? Well, you'd be amazed at how many times you just disappear off my feed. You didn't do anything, trust me. I know that. So double check that your bell is still alerted to notify you of when I put a broadcast up. You've noticed I've done more of them, much longer, more detailed information. If you appreciate that and you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe. It's what we do at Restricted Republic. That is the banner that sits on top of myself and Lisa Haven, because it's the platform we created. So many of you yesterday joining as members here on this platform, and thank you so much for that. That support truly keeps these cameras and lights on. I wish they were free, but they're not. But we just don't ask for donations. I give you more in return. What a novel thought, huh? And that is restrictedrepublic.com, the platform Lisa Haven and I created. That platform, restrictedrepublic.com. If you go there, there are no commercials or interruptions on our platform. Here, this goes by a different set of rules. And if you want to support us there, and I hope you will, in return, we're going to give you more news, unfiltered, uncensored, no interruptions whatsoever. All our broadcasts, everywhere we post them, are put onto that platform. We clean out all the extraneous advertisements, commercials, so all you get is stone cold, hard facts, referenced and researched, every single one. There's not another news site like it, and because of it, it is growing rapidly right now. And I'd love you to be a part of that family. But now let's get back to this broadcast. So CIA plans largest mass firing in nearly 50 years. This on the New York Times. It's probably about time, huh? Just imagine what's going to happen with the FBI. But there's a lot of firings. There's a lot of terminations. There's a lot of things making, that big machine that existed underneath the government go crazy right now. And they're going full force after everything. Scorched earth. That was the best way Trump could have done this. I will throw so much at you that you can't possibly keep up. And some people go crazy when that happens. Well, when you do that, you upset a lot of people. You upset people like Chuck Schumer and Representative Robert Garcia, who, remember the threat against Elon Musk? Remember we said we should bring literal weapons? Well, he got a letter now from the top prosecutor, Ed Martin. And so did Schumer, by the way. Here's the two letters. Martin's letter to Schumer dated February 11th. We'd like to discuss those, some of those threats against the Supreme Court justices a little bit more. And then a letter now going to Garcia on February 17th stating, as United States Attorney for District of Columbia, I've received a request and information and clarification. Elon Musk, you spoke clearly. What the American public wants is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight for democracy. That sounds like a threat to Mr. Musk. An appointment representative of President Donald Trump, who you called a quote-unquote dick, and government staff who works for him. Their concerns have led to this inquiry, and I'd sure like a response by February 24th, please. Ouch. I had previously, back to Schumer again, I'd sent you two letters, one on January 21st and one on February 3rd, another one on February 11th, and you failed to respond is a personal disappointment and professionally unacceptable. So I've reattached my request about the statement you made, and we'd sure like an answer. This is how you hold them accountable. This is how you assure there's action, because all they're going to do is try to avoid you. So yeah, sometimes it takes threats. Sometimes it calling someone a dictator and telling him that they're not getting any more money before they actually do something. And Zelensky made an about-face, didn't he? He had a meeting with Keith Kellogg, and suddenly he's changed his tone now after that meeting, stating, I'm grateful now to the United States for all the assistance and bipartisan support for Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. Ukraine is ready for a strong, effective investment and security agreement with the President of the United States. Oh, ouch, that hurt, didn't it, little Zelensky? What happens when you go through your election and you're not nearly going to be elected? Well, unless, of course, you take a more active role in it, I guess, huh? I've never seen that happen anywhere before. But nonetheless, Zelensky doing it about face. It appears those Russia, Ukraine, United States talks may yield results as of yet. Now, rumors that some of the tariffs will be dropped if Russia plays nice. See, Zelensky, all you had to do was trust Trump on this one, because who else were you going to trust? Again, the UK, the EU, please. That's the joke in itself. But, victories come big and victories come small. Sometimes the small ones, people you don't even recognize, are the biggest impactful stories out there right now. You see, this man was threatened with termination, and now he leads a department, an interim lead, but nonetheless, Trump and his administration were watching. Top Social Security official exits after clash with Musk Doge over data. You remember. Michelle King, who got so upset about Doge coming into her office. Well, I'm just going to leave my position. I have a disagreement with Doge. So what does Donald Trump do? He appoints Leland Dudek. Leland? Who's Leland Dudek, you ask? A manager in charge of Social Security's anti-fraud office. Well, Leland did some things. They asked him, because of what he did, which was basically help Doge understand the system. Pretty simple. And his statement is, they want to fire me, he wrote. I confess, I helped Doge understand the Social Security Administration. Within hours, it was his boss who was fired, and good old Leland here, who nobody knows, is now in charge of the entire department. Smart maneuver there, President Trump. That's right. Find those that have been wronged by this system, and they will be your most loyal followers. At least we know now where loyalty lies. Proven through action. And that is the best way to prove it. And then you have Dollar Store Obama. These guys are trying in vain to act like they have any significance or importance remaining. And moves like this prove that they're imbeciles. Scoop. Jeffries plans to dampen Trump's first big speech. Nice choice of word, dampen. So even Axios couldn't make this any more impactful. They used the word dampen. Driving the news. You see, Trump's got a big speech coming up at the beginning of March. He's going to sit in front of the American people. He's going to tell us all the great things he has been doing and will be doing. Well, Hakeem Jeffries, of course, wants to dampen that effort. And how is he going to do it? Jeffries responded that members should bring guests to the speech who have been hurt by Doge or will be hurt by the budget congressional Republicans are proposing. So he's going to bring people to sit next to him. That's his plan. To dampen the impact of Trump's speech. He's going to bring people. You don't think Trump's going to call that out? The man who went through 2 impeachments, a home raid, countless indictments, lawfare, 2 attempted assassination attempts, but Hakeem Jeffries inviting people to sit next to him during the speech is going to be the thing that finally gets Trump off the rails. This was posted on X by Bedpost. Couldn't agree more with you, Bedpost. Great post, because that is the facts, Jack. But let's go back to the main story. The one that had me sleeping really good last night. Because I can't wait. And this man will work. This man will work like Musk. He will work like Trump. He won't stop. Call him what you will during the hearings. Cry outside of the FBI building. I'll play those clips. It all resulted in 51 yes and 49 no. I know Murkowski and Collins voted no. Shocker, shocker. And so what happened immediately thereafter? Oh, the meltdown begins.
Judiciary Committee, what crimes it was that he was concerned about that caused him to plead the Fifth. Kash Patel, mark my words, will cause evil in this building behind us, and Republicans who vote for him will rue that day.
He did it. He did it. He will rue the day. These guys are such a joke. Oh, but he wasn't the only one. Not the only joke in the mix. I was going to put a bigger screen, but I don't want to have to put you through that. So let's see what Adam Shifty Schiff had to say.
May vote to confirm him But as my colleagues have said, they will have to live with that vote, be accountable for that vote, and be accountable for all the destruction that Patel does to this premier law enforcement agency.
Okay, that's enough. It's been such a premier law enforcement agency under the leadership of the Democrats and their agendas and their policies and their DEI. Don't worry, I'm going to come back to Schiff because I'm not done, but this was such an impactful speech, so powerful, so ready to change that vote, except for when you actually take a shot at a little bit larger of an angle. Look at that, it's Dickie Durbin. Dickie Durbin's there. Oh, we're going to talk about Dickie Durbin because I think Dickie Durbin's a little nervous right now based on something he blocked from being released. That there is the presence. Look at the size, the scale, the scope, the power that represents. And he's confirmed anyway. So sorry, boys. Sorry. Not sorry. Let's go a little bit deeper. Why are these Democrats so nervous? Why are they so worried? What are they so worried about?
This is someone we cannot trust. This is someone who lacks the character to do this job, someone who lacks the integrity to do this job. This political hack does not deserve to be in this building, people.
Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years. Adam Schiff met with a whistleblower. Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then Adam Schiff, led the prosecution of the impeachment trial in the Senate of President Donald Trump. The guy that found and manufactured the evidence with Charmella was the prosecutor in the case against the target of the investigation.
I can't see why Adam Schiff was so worked up over Kash Patel. It's almost like Kash doesn't like him very much, but Kash simply represents we the people. But Adam Schiff's got a lot to answer for, doesn't he? Ask Adam Schiff why he's still withholding the October 2019 transcript of former Intelligence Community Inspector General Michael Atkinson. 8 hours of closed-door testimony, all but guaranteed it will answer a number of important questions surrounding Trump's first impeachment. And don't think for a minute that a lot of this is now not going to come out, but a lot of people have a lot to answer for. There's Adam Schiff again. Can't see why he was standing out there alone in the cold, trying to make sure Kash didn't get confirmed, but you can't stop it. Do you feel the whole D.C. infrastructure shaking right now? Nervous about what else will be leaked out? I think there's a focus that a lot of people are thinking about, right? Client list among files to be declassified, and don't you think now for sure that will be declassified? Just imagine how many people that's going to wrap up. And I don't think it's only one party, folks. No, this is going to rock the establishment. From business to government to so many others that we may not even be aware of. So strong are they that Dick Durbin here, remember I said Dickie Durbin earlier? He was one of the ones in front of the FBI too. You see how this is all interconnected? Listen in for a moment.
I understand you made some statements about the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs. I had not spoken to you one time about this issue.
Since we're in the business of issuing subpoenas now, here are a few more that I've filed. A subpoena to Jeffrey Epstein's estate.
Pretty clean cut. Pretty clean cut that you did hear about it before, because Marsha Blackburn asked you about it before, but you blocked the release of the list, Dickie Durbin. And what's Kash Patel's position on this?
I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking, sex trafficking ring. Now, earlier I urged then Chairman Durbin to subpoena those records, and I ended up being blocked by Senator Durbin and Christopher Wray. They stonewalled on this, and I know that breaking up these trafficking rings is important to President Trump. So will you work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings?
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past and how we are going to countermand missing children and exploited children going forward.
Well, now it makes more sense. Wow. And they were fighting against this guy. That sounds like something I want to have done, right? But I guess they didn't, for whatever reason. They don't want that list out. Kash Patel's going to bring it out. And then he's going to keep digging, because I think there's a lot of open questions, aren't there? House Task Force investigators revealed new information about the shooter who tried to assassinate presidential candidate Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, and unearthed new mysteries about the July 13th attack. A lot of mysteries left unsolved, but this isn't a series on TV. This isn't Unsolved Mysteries. No, this is real damn life with guys who are now there to dig the truth out, and Kash Patel's going to bring it to us. And then he puts out the post that nobody wanted to see, the one that gets deep state shaking. He detonates DC entirely with his Patel prophecy. Tells you everything we know he's going to do and why we rejoice today and celebrate his confirmation. I am honored to be confirmed as the 9th director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Thank you, President Trump and Attorney General Bondi, for your unwavering confidence and support. The FBI has a storied legacy from the G-men to safeguarding our nation in the wake of 9/11. The American people deserve an FBI that is transparent, accountable, and committed to justice. The politicization of our justice system has eroded public trust, but that ends today. The politicalization. Sorry, I said that wrong. My mission as director is clear. Let good cops be cops and rebuild trust in the FBI. Working alongside the dedicated men and women of the Bureau and our partners, we will rebuild an FBI the American people can be proud of, this within minutes of its confirmation. But it is the closing line that was so beautiful to read. And to those who seek to harm Americans, consider this your warning. We will hunt you down in every corner of this planet. Mission first, America always. Let's get to work. And we can be assured that this man, Kash Patel, will get to work. Just like Donald J. Trump, love him or hate him, he'll get results. Kash Patel, love him or hate him, he'll get results. He'll get the things we've been wanting to know. He'll be able to connect a lot of the dots that they are making sure with their gargantuan deep state eraser no one ever gets to see. Well, that's all done now. And we enter the era of an FBI that may actually be transparent. What a novel thought again. I can't wait to grabbing my popcorn. I'm making 5 or 6 batches out in the kitchen right now because we're going to need a lot of it when this man gets in. Oh, these stories are only going to get better. So again, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. So happy to be able to report this news. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justus Knight, signing out.